Last time we learned that one phrase could save an entire crew. Harris told us about his old partner, Luis, who never said say again and paid with his career in his hands. Words proved more dangerous than wires, and clear communication became our shield. But today Harris warned us that words were only the beginning. The next battlefield would be silent. Blueprints, where lines not voices decide life or death. The workshop was quieter than usual, but the silence was heavier. Instead of wires and tools, the benches were stacked with rolled-up blueprints. Long tubes of paper, thick with dust, tied with fading strings. Harris dropped one onto the table, and it landed with a thud that echoed louder than any hammer. Today, he said, we move from voices to silence. On site, not every order is shouted. Sometimes the orders are drawn. Blueprints are the language of builders. If you misread, you don't just waste time, you kill time. And sometimes you kill people. He unrolled the sheet. Lines stretched everywhere, some bold, some dashed. Symbols like hieroglyphics scattered across the page. My eyes swam. Maria leaned closer and whispered, "Looks like a maze some drunk spider made." Harris didn't smile. "That maze tells you where every wire must go. That maze is law. If you can't read it, you have no place here." He tapped a box in the corner. "What is this?" I squinted. The title, correct. Title block. Tells you project name date, designer, revisions. You ignore it, you follow the wrong plan. And what does wrong plan cause? Wrong work, I said. Wrong work causes delays, Maria added quickly. And delays cost money, I said. And money lost costs. Jobs, Maria said softly. Correct, Harris said. The blueprint is not paper. It is money. Respect it. He pointed at a cluster of strange shapes on the plan. What is this? Maria frowned. Little circles with slashes. Outlet symbols, Harris said. Duplex receptacles. Every circle is an order. Miss one, and a wall gets closed without power. Then you cut drywall, rip wires, waste thousands. What is the rule? Check twice before work, I answered. Correct, and confirm with legend. The legend is your dictionary. Learn it or die, confused. He tapped the legend at the side. Here's the language of symbols. Each shape has meaning, each meaning is law. What is this triangle? Light switch, I said. What is this square with X? Lighting fixture, Maria said cautiously. And this zigzag line? Circuit path, I said. Correct. Know the language. Without it, you are blind. Older John, narrating. I once watched a crew wire an entire hallway with switches meant for lights. They had misread the symbol. The inspector failed the job, and every wall had to be reopened. Days lost, money wasted, men fired. All because someone didn't check the legend. Harris pointed at another corner. What is scale ratio, I said, drawing compared to real size. Correct? And what happens when you ignore scale? Things don't fit, Maria said. Not just don't fit, they collide. Conduit runs into ductwork. Wires clash with plumbing. And then the finger points to you. Always respect the scale. What tool to ruler across the sheet? What tool do you use? Architect's scale, I answered. And what happens when you use the wrong side? Wrong measurements, Maria said. Correct. Wrong numbers, wrong building. Learn the numbers or tear down your work. The room filled with the rustle of paper as Harris spread another set. This one showed only lighting circuits. Dashed lines ran like rivers across the page. What a solid line, he asked. Visible, actual wiring path, I said. And dashed, hidden, or overhead, Maria answered. And what happens if you confuse them? You cut into the wrong wall, I said. And what does that cause? Delay, cost, unsafe work. Correct. Harris said. Lines are not decoration. They are orders. He handed me a highlighter. Mark every outlet on this wall. I traced slowly, nervous. My marker slipped once. Harris's glare burned hotter than a welder's torch. What mistake? Miss symbol, I admitted. And what happens when you miss a symbol? You miss work. And what happens then? Walls closed. Rework. And rework causes. Time lost. Money lost. Correct. Maria tried next, circling switches. She skipped one. Harris slammed his palm on the table. What mistake? Skipped a switch, she said weakly. And what happens then? Dark room, I muttered. Or worse, Harris said. Unlit exit. Blueprint mistakes. Kill. Blueprint mistakes kill. The silence after his words weighed heavier than any hammer. Leaned on the table, staring at us. Lesson 1. Title block tells truth. Lesson 2. Legend is dictionary. Lesson 3. Lines are law. Read them wrong, and you write disaster. Maria folded her arms. So tomorrow it's more lines? Yes, Harris said. Dashed lines, solid truth. Tomorrow you'll learn how to see what's hidden. I stared down at the page. The maze no longer looked like random lines. It looked like commands carved in ink. Commands that couldn't be argued with. Next episode, dashed lies, solid truths.